And here's part 2 of our Muskets and Tomahawks Napoleonics game. Here's the map as we started, and at the very beginning, Alex and his French advanced column attacked a unit of guerrillas, and Alice, and after a long and very exhausting battle, captured Alice and withdrew back to his lines. Dom, in command of the rear guard, came up to support, and the Spanish under Neil and Jonathan needed to catch Alice back before the end of the game. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is turn 2 of the game, and it's still the Spanish turn. Green clock, which is nothing, and still Spanish turn, and it's the Spanish provincials.
It's the line, isn't it? Okay. The guys on the road.
They're unloaded at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come forward.
Okay. So you're going 6 inches, remember, because you've got the road bonus.
Yep.
Full 6.
Yep.
And you're unloaded, remember, as well.
Yep.
That's 1. The guys to the inside, they are unloaded, doubly over. Do you want to move them?
I'll reload one of those.
Okay. And we've got Neil's on the road. Over here. The spur.
I'll reload.
Reload. Smoke off.
We're supposed to be having a Sainsbury's delivery about 10 o'clock, so if I have to disappear, then I'll let you know.
Okay. Moving on. So now it is the French turn, and it's irregulars, red irregulars. So it's another. I should have pointed out to the French. You had 3, and now you've got 4 command dice. You need to remember that.
Yeah.
It's irregulars. So it is the
guerrillas.
Guerrillas.
Graham.
Yes, mate.
I missed my Spanish lights. They're provincials, aren't they?
Yeah, good point. They are.
They are. Do you want to move them?
Yeah, I think I've missed several moves with them. They're loaded, aren't they?
No, they're not. No, sorry. They are shaken.
Loaded.
They're loaded, but they are shaken.
So what do I have to do to kick them off? Move them on then.
You need to pass a morale test before you do anything, haven't you? You might as well do that.
Or they can just stand, can't they, and lose the shaking?
No, they've got to roll. They have to roll.
Okay.
So, rolling.
Let's try and roll. But it doesn't matter.
9. 9.
Well, they need 6. Is the officer nearby?
No.
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
So it removes the shaken, yeah?
Yeah, you can remove shaken, and if it equals 6, which it did, I think, didn't it? It can
they can do something.
Yep.
Right. Let's have a look at them then.
So it can load now if you want.
No, they're not.
They're right behind. They are loaded. They are here.
Can I shoot at the dragoons?
Through the wood?
Yeah.
Well, your range is 10 inches. Can you see them?
Well, they could see me.
You were in the open, and he's in the trees.
I'm in cover.
Oh, okay. Well, let's have a.
Do you want to work it out?
Work it out.
Yeah. I am scout.
Have you rolled anything yet?
So you're on 96 as a standard.
Yeah.
You lose 4 columns because I'm in dense cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, which brings it down to 18 inches.
Yeah.
Are you scouts, are you? So you're 24 inches.
Scouts.
Oh, they're fine. I can see them.
For every complete 6 inches of cover,
there is one. I would say.
No, for every complete 3 inches of dense cover, it's fine.
oh, sorry, every 3 inches of dense. Okay.
So it's 6 inches apart. 6 inches of cover there is there. So that's 2.
So that brings it down to 8-inch view range.
So you can't see them.
No.
So you can't actually see them.
In that case, how close are we to the wood, Graham?
You are 4 inches away
And
to the edge of the wood.
5 inches.
Yeah.
Yep. You can just jump in.
I'm just going to move them forward into the wood in a nice straggly line.
Orderly fashion. You look after my Catalonians, Neil. They're my favourite troops. Should never have said that, should I? That was a mistake.
It was.
Right, I'm going for them now.
Stop.
What do I have to do, you, Dom?
Take cover in the.
Charge!
They're going to take cover in the hollow provided.
The shell hole.
The shell hole.
There we go. I'll move that out of the way so you can see a little bit better. There we go.
Right.
Okay, so that's those. Sorry, now we go back to your the Spanish irregulars, which are the guerrillas down here.
They were running, weren't they, last time?
They were shaken, so you need to do a test.
All right. Cool.
Roll a dice.
Yep.
7.
Okay. It's worth looking at.
So that's okay. They can do one other thing then.
Shaken's come off. And they are, smoke comes off, and they can do something now, can't they?
Are they currently unloaded?
They are.
They are currently unloaded, yes.
Okay. And sorry, I can't see where Dom's troops are. Are they still in?
You are.
Sorry, I was muted there.
You were 16, but you are between 16 and 18 inches away.
All right. We're going to skulk. We're going to skulk into the marsh.
3 inches it goes, don't you?
Yep. So we'll head off out of the arc and make him. If he wants to fire us now, he'll have to move.
Oh, you've only got one in there. The rest of them are still on the edge.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, glory.
So now it's back to the Spanish turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Spanish turn, and it's irregulars. So now, now the Spanish have got 4, and so have the French. Worth noting. Each of
blue card, isn't it?
sorry, yeah,
Hang on. They don't. Yeah.
Regular.
Oh right. You said irregular, so it's regular.
regular. It's regular. So that's the Spanish turn, and now the French regulars move.
All right.
So they get.
I'll take a reload on my.
Lovely
my
ones.
one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'll let my esteemed colleague take control of the other line.
Yeah. Okay.
And you've got your dragoons in the wood as well. Remember.
Mindful of those
I've
guys.
got plans for them.
And also you've got.
Yeah, I'm going to turn to face Neil's conscripts coming down that road.
So you're going to face. You want to face them.
No, the ones coming down the other road.
The
Neil.
spur.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Neil. So you want to do that?
Yeah. So they're now, if they've got to line up to do volley fire next time, and they've got to be absolutely lined up on that unit. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. Obviously around the edge. So
Yeah.
yes. You got the bald Voltigeur here, or Voltigeur officer with Alice.
Yeah. Well, the Voltigeur officer is going to move then towards the Voltigeur man on his own. I'm going to take Alice with him.
Yeah.
And the Voltigeur is loaded, and
He is.
And I shall move into the wood with him.
On his own.
Yeah, might as well go into the wood.
So you go. Will he go 3 inches or 4 inches? How fast does he move in the wood?
They move 5 inches.
You do a 5-inch move. So
Does he lose anything in the wood? He doesn't, does he?
Nope. No.
no,
Full speed will take you to there.
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, God, he's brave, isn't he? And you've got your.
And the dragoons. How close are they to his to your prize Catalonians?
I should never have said that to you.
Yeah. Didn't expect that, mate.
Between 6 and 8, the front rank is 6 inches.
Okay, so we can see because even before it was date. All right, well, I'm going to give them a bit of shot then.
Shouldn't have favouritism, obviously, because I'm only running the game. But be gentle, Don. Right.
It's
So
a hard shot, though, to be fair. But
6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
so I'm 5+.
You're 6 inches, so it's two increments of 3, isn't it?
Extended, so that's 6. Your intense cover is 8.
8. That's
8
it.
to hit then.
Oh, hole 9
What?
in the shell hole.
8 to hit.
8s and 9s.
0, 1, 5, 1, 8, and a 6. You hit them once.
So 4 plus.
2.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nada, as they say in
Nada.
Spain. Nada. Right. Okay, so now it's the Spanish turn. And remember, Spanish guys, you have 4 command dice if you so wish to use them.
That was the Spanish turn.
That was the Spanish turn.
Oh, so that's the French turn. So remember, I'll say the same to you. You've got 4,
Alec,
remember.
Yeah.
Do you want to volley with your boys with 3 tokens?
It would be nice to do so now, because if we shoo those away, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Go for it.
Yeah.
Take your 3 tokens. Go for it.
Yeah.
No, what happened last time you used 3 tokens, Alec?
Yeah, I cleared away the guerrillas and the provincials.
Right, 5 fire.
Volley fire on that unit.
5 fire. Smoke. So you've got, how many to roll for? You've got
Everything in range.
well, every in arc, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got,
Basically, this whole unit by the look of it.
well, no, these 3 here are behind the trees. Can you fire through the Bundy?
Yeah, it goes straight through.
Does it?
You
In
ignore,
that case, you've got,
ignore cover.
I'd
So
say
all that
I'd say
unit-
all of them are in arc, yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
I think
8. So it's 8 dice. 2, 4,
1s and 2s.
6,
Using
8.
8s and 9s.
1s and 0s.
1s and
Ones.
2s, I meant that.
7 and 8. 3 and 2s.
1, 2. There's 2 1s and
6s
0s.
and 7s.
15s and 17s.
2 to save. No to save.
That's
2
4
to dead.
on,
2 to
mate.
No saves.
Two
There's
start.
2 dead straight off.
Neil, where do you want them off?
Well, if you show me the screen. I'll take it from the far left.
These 2 here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a morale test.
Yep.
Shall I just roll?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do it.
1.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh.
they go.
You can do it now, Neil.
That's Alex. That's the jinx of Alex. That is.
That was an
Yeah.
Alex special, that one.
It was, wasn't it? They've got to be on their toes, haven't they?
What did
1.
we roll? Was it a 4?
There they are.
1. I rolled a 1,
Oh.
Alex.
Well, you're joking. I didn't see that. Wow.
So I get 6 figures. Formed up, that's +3.
Yeah. So you're on 4.
Yeah, list 2
Is there
for the
enough?
Is it?
No, you don't lose any casualties. You
I'm
get
on-
-2 for the being hit by a volley.
Right. So I'm on 2.
So you're on
2 for
Are
provincials.
they recruits, are they?
Yeah, they're recruit. They're recruits.
Light.
Right.
Yeah, flee.
Back up the
Good
road.
shot, Alex. Well done, Alex.
They've got a flight, did they? Very good.
Hey.
Right, next up, fix your bayonets and go and charge those Catalonians.
Yeah. Dear,
It doesn't matter for the game, but it just makes us very satisfied.
Ah, right.
It's a Spanish turn.
Spanish turn.
Yep.
Remember, you've got 4 command markers before you do anything. Just reminding you.
Well, yeah, I don't think I've got used to them, John.
Yeah, I mean, I could fire the grouping down at the bottom at
The militia.
Don's. Yeah, but what's the range, please, Gray, between my militia and Don's formed up unit, please?
That unit there,
Yeah.
13, 14 inches approximately.
No,
need to get
I don't
forward.
think so. Yeah, I do need to get forward. Let's see what the cards show, please.
Okay, so it's Spanish turn, and it's come up with Spanish irregulars.
That's the Gorillos.
Okay.
Get in your marsh.
Right, well, head across the marsh.
3 inches.
A bit more angling towards Dom, please, but
Like that?
staying outside his arc of fire, his
Gotcha.
current arc of fire. Thank you.
That's all right.
You want him to shoot at them?
No,
Protect your-
Arc of
John
fire is
doesn't want
there.
me to.
I mean, I do see your point, Neil. I think, but trouble is, if I take any casualties on that lot, they're goners, aren't they? Really? I want to
Most
get
of
them within a foot.
Most of the Spanish army is a little flight-footed, let's just say.
Guys, I need 5 minutes to ring me dad. Carry on without me.
Okay. That was the only irregulars there are. So now it is
French go.
French turn.
French turn, and it's Avante red.
Ooh.
So you get the French get
A
Get
token for
a
that.
token, so you're up to 2, but it's Avante red. So you've got guerrillas have got one. You've got your militia officer. You've got your big man, and you've got your Catalonian. You are quite awash in officers, to be fair.
Oh, he's got 4. How come he's got 4 officers? Bloody hell!
Oh, wow. You've got to spend the points for something, Dom.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Can my
Jeez.
Catalonian officer try and rally the Catalonians? Well, no, the Catalonians are all right, aren't they?
Can the Catalonians rally the provincials that are running down the road? That's your question, then, isn't it? I don't think you can it?
No, because they're different class of troops.
Yeah.
Am I
They have
close
to be
enough
the same
to
one, don't they?
infantry skirmisher?
Sorry?
Am
To
I
charge?
close- The skirmisher, yeah.
Well, you move 5 inches. He's singleton skirmisher.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. If you wanted to charge the singleton skirmisher, you could.
Well, let's do that.
Very gratuitous, Neil. All right, then. In he goes.
I'm in a foxhole there, by the way, Neil.
That means I get uphill, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
Or downhill, I don't know.
Well, depends really, doesn't it? It probably means it's got its own grave ready dug.
Yeah, ready dug. Yep.
Okay, so we have a melee. We seem to have a lot of melees, gentlemen, which is good. Okay, so the Catalonians go first. They've got 4 dice. Big man as well, include him. Does he
Yeah,
fight?
go on then. Why not? Yeah, yeah.
He's got a separate dice, hasn't he? So I'm going to give him the white dice. So I assume he has a different factor.
The officer is on a 5. The Catalonians are on 6.
So 5s. Okay, that's just a straight roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't think there's anything off it.
6s, did you say?
Yeah, 5s and 6s. Well, 5 for the officer, 6 for the man.
Well, the officer rolled a 3, so that's no good. And there's 2 3s there. So the men hit twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
To save,
So he is a, hang on.
he's a 0 and a 7. I think he must be dead, surely.
He's defense 5 plus.
Yes.
So a 7
So
kills
what do
him.
you say, a 0 and a 7? So he saves.
No, 0-0, isn't it?
0 is
Oh,
low,
0,
isn't
0, isn't it? So the 0 kills him.
it?
Yeah.
So he's gone.
And
Do
he
you-
gets 7. He gets 7 plus back.
1 dice.
Yeah.
5.
Ugh.
Nada.
All right.
Right. Okay, so that was the Avanti. That was the Catalonians.
Okay. And then everything else of mine that I can move, just moving forward.
So your big man here, does he want to activate them or the ones on the road?
Oh, it's not both. All right, the further one then, please. The one who's further.
one-
Yeah, them. Do
One on the road.
The one on the road or the one?
you think the one on the road, Neil? Yeah.
You get 6 inches with those because they'll be there, or you could 4 inches there. You can only do 1.
But you're
Sorry,
out,
Neil.
One.
you're out of both 5 of the other 2 units.
You can only activate 1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll move forward the one on the road then.
Full speed.
Yep.
Okay, he's unloaded. Do you want him to be arced towards anybody or straight down the road?
I can't Sorry, I can't quite see the rest of that. Thank you. Arc towards.
No, you want to keep going, don't you? You want to keep down the road, or not?
No, I think that's good, like that.
Does your officer move as well?
Yeah, and the officer pleased to go with them, or try and stay between the two if he can.
Yeah, it would be best place.
6 inches. So he's just between the two there.
Thanks, great.
So that's them. You've got your militia. You can do something with them.
And then the militia, the nearer unit, they'll go forward as well.
4 inches.
Yeah,
Quick man with them.
Yep.
And your guerrillas.
Oh yeah, the mighty guerrillas. Are they within 12 yet? Please.
Yes, they are.
Right.
They are.
Oh, need to reload. We're reloading.
Okay. That was a very useful card in Invented. That's your most powerful card, to be fair.
Oh, four officers, yeah.
Sorry, Gray.
Yes.
You know the militia officer. Sorry, can he be between the two militia groups, please? Thank you.
Alec, he killed your lone Voltiger.
Oh, that's a bit much.
We did chuck him forward. Well, they did take on the Catalonians, to be fair. You know, I haven't got a huge amount of sympathy with them.
No, the Catalonians were always going to win.
So it's now French turn, isn't it?
French turn, yeah. Oh, hang on, before you do it, do we want to use any tokens, Alec?
That's what I say. You've got 2 tokens.
2 tokens.
2? I thought we had 3.
2.
Oh.
You went from 1 to 2.
Oh, then we can't.
We can order a unit of 7 figures or less.
We've only got this.
Graham, this is the Spanish turn.
Oh, yeah. Yes, because you got Invented, didn't you? You got Invented on the French turn, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's the Spanish
Was
turn.
it?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
So Neil,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
if my militia are within 12 of Dom's block, do you want me to give them a blast by using some pips?
Go on then.
What do you reckon?
Either that or reload the others that are on the road.
Yeah. I think we'll fire them.
I'd reload the ones that are on the road.
All right. Okay. That's what we'll do then.
So you're spending the tokens, are you?
Yeah.
So you're spending, is it 2 or 3 tokens? 3 tokens, isn't it?
Group of 8.
3. 37 is 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's 3. I will
But you
check.
can't take them with you.
Reloaded. Right. So now it is the French turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Militia.
Nice. Right. They're going to fire the front group.
So this group here,
Yeah.
they're going to fire at the Dom's most, and they are within 12 inches.
Lovely.
So you've got 10 dice. 10. So I'll do 2 lots of 5. 2, 3, 4. Militia shooting. First fire.
7s.
7s. 7s needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 8s. Oh no, 7s are right, sorry.
1, 3, 5, 8, 9. So it's 2 hits.
Yeah.
2 to save. A 3 and a 6. It's a 1 hit, 1 kill. I assume that's a morale test.
Hang on, you got the other 5 shots, yeah?
Yeah. I was going to say.
Sorry. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
I was wondering why you did that.
What did you say? It was 7s, did you say? Or?
Yeah.
There's 3 more hits there. Oh,
Right.
sorry, 2 more hits there. And saving on a 4 and an 8.
1 save.
Another one did, so you lost 2 in total. So it's a morale test, isn't it?
Don't I kill on a 4+ at 12 inches?
I don't know.
I think I do, don't I?
You do. Plus.
So it's another one then.
Yeah.
How many hits did you get then?
3. You got 3 kills.
3 hits and then all converted to 3 kills.
No.
No, there was a few saved. So morale test then. The officer is. Oh, sorry. Let's get back to that.
Right.
Roll the dice. So the officer is close. He's within 6. So
Hang on. So what happened there? How many did he kill?
3.
3.
How many did he hit with?
More than 3.
He was rolling 10 dice. He hit on the first round of 5. He hit with
2.
He killed 1.
Okay.
And on the
All right.
second round of 5, he killed
with
2.
3 and killed with 2. Yeah.
You did, yeah. So morale test. 0.
Ooh.
0.
Yes, 0. Alex, a
Oh,
friend of
Oh,
yours.
it's gone then. They were out.
Well, it's an officer nearby.
Yeah,
1.
5 in the unit.
It's not formed up anymore.
It's pre-shot at, isn't it?
No, it's after it's shot at.
Oh, okay.
No, they're gone.
They're gone, I think.
Regulars on a 1, isn't it?
No, it'll only be flee. Won't it? Oh no, wait a minute. We lose 3 from shooting. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gone.
It's 1.
It's game over.
Wow.
So they've gone.
Ooh.
I've never seen militia fire so well.
Well, I mean, there's so many shots. It's inevitable, isn't it? That's the thing. The trouble is they get so many cards because you've got so many cards coming up. We can't respond in time. So they're inevitable. They're going to do that eventually. It's just on the odds, isn't it?
Well, they have to wait for the militia card to come up to be able to submit with the militia.
You should.
Yeah, but then if they're also getting the activation with 4 commanders as well, that's moving 4 units as well. So it's like
Great.
it just seems to be you're on the real loser.
I think it's
You
only
only get one
fire
reload
marker
there.
because they didn't.
Volley fire.
Yeah, didn't volley fire.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Thanks. And then the other militia unit will just move up, towards.
The French should just have fallen back as soon as Alec had got Alice.
Yeah, but we can't go anywhere because we can't go off the table. We have to stay on the table.
Yeah, but you could fall back, make us march towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't the cards, Neil. That's our problem. We haven't been able to move.
Shooting and manoeuvring to volley fire. You let your bloodlust to get up.
No, you fire once and you can't then do anything for another 5 turns. So that's the problem. That's what's happened. We can't move anything. Can't react. Because all your cards come up in your turn. So we haven't had any command tokens. We haven't been able to do a thing. So you've had about 3 or 4 turns in a row where we haven't done anything.
You want to carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Next is French turn, because they used the tokens to do that, didn't they?
Yeah.
French turn. Here we go. Regulars. French regulars.
Right. Well, I'm going to take Alice off into the woods.
Beg your pardon.
Yeah, steady on.
They're going to go off sort of that way. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And the unit of near the road are going to fall back down the road.
These here.
Yeah. And they're going to face that unit that's coming down the road towards it.
So you want to go back 4 inches.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Smoke off.
Yeah.
So they're in arc.
Yeah.
Your big man, you want him within 6, I assume, of
that's Dom's figure. So.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, Dom.
Well, it's either, I mean, he can command all of them, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's within 6.
I don't know. What do you want to do with the skirmishers then?
Well, you could charge his skirmishers because you're better than him, aren't you?
No, we're not. Those Catalonians are better than us.
Well, you're dragoon, so you're how many men you've got?
They're
More
falling over their spurs, Alec.
They're 7.
They're full
We're
over their
7
spurs.
plus. He's 6 plus, so he's better than us.
We've got aggression of 7 plus, and he's
6.
6.
Which is good guerrillas. Yeah, but how many men has he got against?
They're lights. They're lights as well, for whatever that means.
Well, we're all lights there, so.
True.
So he's got almost as many men. He's only 1 less than us.
It might be right. Yeah, I mean, I think they've.
Well, we got nothing else to do because we're
we can
just
either
losing.
load
So charge.
or charge him.
Well,
You going to do it?
charge. Yeah.
They're Catalonians. We warned Dom.
Yeah.
Tough.
Charge. Good. Go for it.
There you go.
6 men.
6 men. He's got 4 men plus an officer, and you've got 6 men. You haven't lost any dragoons. Sorry, you've got you're full strength.
I'll throw the officer in with them.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, rash.
Go on then. Throw him in too.
Yes, you can go in as well.
Right. Okay. So melee.
Factor for the officer.
2, 4, 6. White dice for the officer.
He's got to be a bit nearer than that, Graham. He's got to be within 3 inches of an enemy to be able to count.
Oh, he is. The officer is here.
Oh, is he?
That's him there.
Oh, was that? Oh, I thought there was a cavalry officer.
No, we've only got 2 officers. We've got one with Alice and the guy on the horse.
No, you've got the Voltigare officer as well.
That is the,
So when did
that was the officer that was Alec.
No, it wasn't.
You've
Oh.
only,
Well, we could have used him ages ago on when we had an omnivolt.
you've only got 2 officers.
Yeah, you got 3 officers on the board.
Have we?
Well, remember, Alex was an extra officer we made because the front guys didn't have one. That was why.
So they're even more outnumbered the Spanish then.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so melee. You've got an officer there. So the
The officer's on a 5+, but he's also got a sabre, so he gets +1. Oh no, it's only if it's cavalry, isn't it? So don't worry about that. So he's 5+. The Voltigeurs are on 7+.
5s and 7s. Okay, the white dice is the officer. The officer missed. You need 7s on the rest. 1 hit.
We need
1, 2, 4, 1, 0, 8. And saving roll 2. You save it. Didn't you?
There is a saving. Oh, sorry. So he saves it.
Yeah, he saves it.
Oh, for God's sake.
Good work.
And in return, there are 4.
their defence roll. What did you roll with that? With the defence?
2.
Well, their defence roll is 5+. Is 5+, isn't it?
So they lose 1.
If they rolled a 2, they didn't save him.
Oh, so you lose 1 then. 1 Catalonian's gone.
Well, there's the Catalonians. They're invincible.
They are. I did warn you. But they fight at the 4 plus the officer, yeah?
Yeah.
And the white dice is the officer.
Come on. Here
And
we
you
go.
need, well, it's not great. I can see a 1, 1, a 0, and a 2, and a 6.
Ouch.
It's just one. It's just 1 hit.
1 hit, yes.
Oh.
Saving roll is 3.
And we save on 5+.
He's dead as well. One
So
each.
Plus
one each.
1 each.
Okay.
So
Well done.
Defender has to roll for morale first.
So Catalonians roll. Rolled a 2.
Oh, that's interesting. 2 on a combat. There's an officer nearby, so it becomes 3. But it's no longer 6 figures, is it? That's 3. Lost a figure. It goes back down to 2 again.
Yep.
And that's it. So it's 2 with recruits. It's flee.
So the Catalonians flee.
Yeah. Now it's flee from a combat. I don't know whether we forgot to do this earlier, but you're supposed to do to roll to see whether any more.
Oh yes, you get those additional kills, don't you?
Yeah, so
Do you roll 1 dice, or do you roll for all of them?
the unit that's running away is how many men? 5 men.
You've got 4, including the officer,
Well, every man rolls a dice basically,
including the big man.
including the big man.
Okay, the white dice is for the big man.
Not 1, 2, or 3. They run off completely. The when for each dice that rolls 0, 1, 2, or 3, it's another casualty.
Right, I'm rolling. So 7, 7, 6, 4.
So no, they didn't run off. They just flee.
So they go 5 inches.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that was the French turn, wasn't it? So now it's the Spanish turn. Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
That was
Yeah, I
regulars.
think
Did
you're right.
everything, because you repositioned these on the road, didn't you? You pulled them back, and that was it. And obviously you've moved Alice.
Yeah.
It was a Spanish card turn.
So now it's the French card turn.
The Spanish got a command point for that.
No, they didn't. They're on 1, so they go up to 2. So now it's the French turn. And French turn is a red morale card.
So one of their own figures, one of their own units that's 3 or less has to do a morale test.
They haven't got any.
No, so that's just discarded in, and that's it. That's their turn.
So now it's the that was the Spanish turn, wasn't it? So now it's the
turn. That was the French card. So they
get a pip for that. So the French get a pip. It goes up to 3, and because that was in their turn, and now it's the French
card. You ask Alec, do they get a pip for a morale card, for a Spanish morale card?
Alex,
that is your turn. Unfortunately, this one morale card came up, which it didn't. The morale card often doesn't do anything at all, but you just have to play it, and that is your turn. Now it's.
Yeah, but that was the Spanish morale card played in your turn, Alec.
Oh, it was in our turn. Then you get a.
You get a pip, or do we?
We get a pip.
We played your cards. We get a chip.
Okay.
So now it is the French turn. Spanish turn.
Spanish card.
Here we go. Militia.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've got
Neil, mate. Neil.
Yes, I haven't got any militia.
I was going to say, did you want to take the provincials? Otherwise, you've not got anything to do.
No, I've still got a provincial. I've got a provincial to rally and some lights to rally. I'm all right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, go on. If you want to give me the provincials, go on then.
You have the provincials, and I'll muck around with the militia and the guerrillas.
Yeah, go on, and the guerrillas. Go on then. Thank you.
Sorry, Greg. Which club was it? Sorry.
Militia. So you've got your these guys here, these guys here.
Okay. I'll reload the front lot.
Okay.
And then the back lot, are they loaded or?
No, they're unloaded.
I'll load them as well then, please.
Okay. So now it's the French turn.
Before you turn it over,
You've got 3 pips.
Alec.
Yeah.
What happens if I was to charge the fleeing Catalonians? Would they continue to flee?
What if you hit them? If you charge them, you say.
If I charge them?
Good question. I don't know. I've got a feeling they have to try and flee. They have to flee away from you, I think. And they dice to see whether they lose any men to do that.
So do you reckon it's worth 2 dice to do that? 2 cards to do that?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll take 2 and charge, please, Graham.
Yeah.
So you're down to 1. Yeah. So you're going to charge them. Does he keep running away then?
Yeah, well, he must. I mean, I assume he must do because he's fleeing already. So I assume he just carries on fleeing.
It's in that direction. So.
Or do I have to take him else though?
Well, you'll have to take losses or chance of losses, won't you? But
So the chance, do I roll the chance of losses first before I move them?
No, I think you need to decide, do they take him around, folks? Instead of fleeing, they might rout, surely. I don't know if that's how the game works.
No, I don't know. I'm just for the question. I mean, my gut feel is they just continue running.
They have to continue running, but because they're fleeing effectively from combat, you roll again to see whether you lose any more men by doing that.
Yeah, I don't think they do another morale check. Then they just run.
They just run. Yeah, they're not. They can't try and rally because it's not their turn.
So they just keep running.
Yeah.
And they run directly away from the.
Run directly away, but and you see whether they lose any additional men, basically.
Right, so I need to roll 1 dice each. So there's 4.
What is that? Why is that?
I think anything fleeing from combat has to take a chance that they run away permanently.
Is that after losing combat, or is that just fleeing?
No, I think any fleeing from that, I'm looking for it in the book, but I'm 99% certain that if a unit is charged whilst fleeing, it has to continue fleeing, and it counts as though it's fleeing from a fresh melee. So you have to roll to see if it loses any more people.
So I have to roll. So it's 3 dice plus the officer is 4, and what do I roll? It's
7+, is it? Or
was it 7+? I can't remember.
What's
Alex,
that?
what do I roll?
If it's 0, 1, 2, or 3, for each figure you roll, any 0, 1s, 2, or 3s, it's an extra figure that disappears.
Yeah.
Right, you've lost another.
No.
You lost another man.
Right, okay.
So it's 2 Catalonians and the officer, and they run directly away. So they're going to run behind or in front of the provincials, like that. They're almost off the road. Like there. And obviously, your guys keep moving at full speed, I assume. Dom?
I just go the 4 inches or 5 inches or whatever it is towards the edge of the. There, that'll do.
Yeah, that's what.
Thank you.
Plus the officer or without the officer? Sorry.
Well, he goes with. I didn't realise they had their own officer. That you might as well go with them. Yeah.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah. They can go in that shell hole there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that was good use of pips. So now we go over to the Spanish turn.
No,
Yeah.
And we've got a red flag.
And then, I'm sorry, I have to ask a question here. So the French turn was turned up the Spanish morale card.
No.
No, the Spanish. That was the French turn, and they used pips to charge. And now it's the Spanish turn, and the Spanish turn have got a red.
Spanish card, because I think we're getting confused here. So it's a Spanish card.
It's the Spanish card has turned, or a French turn has turned up this card here.
Yeah, it's turned up the
Did
clock.
the French turn just charge by using command points?
I did, yes.
So it can't be the French turn now.
No, it's Spanish turn now.
Now the French used the French used command points to go in their own turn. They can't use it in your.
No, so
it's the Spanish turn.
card.
Now it's the Spanish card, and it's a clock, a red clock. It's the second clock.
So we now then play another card to replace it.
Another card, and it is the French regulars. So the Spanish get a pip, taken up to 3, and the French now go.
French just getting too many cards now, you know.
Yeah, true. What card was that?
It's the regulars.
Regular.
Regulars, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do my easy one then. I'll just read it with Voltigers. Well, I could charge into. What's happened with those provincials? Are they running away?
Yep, they're both in flight up that road.
Oh, let's charge them too then. I'll charge them.
You're running the whole army off. So can they?
Charge them too then.
Can they flee because they're provincials?
Well, they're running already, aren't they?
They're fleeing.
Ready?
No matter what they are, they're fleeing. They have to flee again.
Okay, so they have to flee again. So first things first, then we need to do
It comes under page 31, reacting to the enemy. They just flee, and you dice them again.
So you got 6 troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as we said before, it's 0, 1, 2, or 3, isn't it? Gets a kill.
Yeah.
There are no officers there.
You race to see them get off the gate. Yes,
Wow. They're off. I rolled 0, 3, 3, 3, 1, and a 9. 5.
Bloody hell! 5 dead.
You want to get that your camera working, mate.
You want to get
certainly
your dice sorted at Graham.
Yeah, Graham needs his dice sorted. That's for damn sure. Jeez.
You made it that, Dom. Hey. So do they keep running into the trees?
They keep running. They
Yeah,
go
yeah.
away
They
from
don't.
the guard.
They don't run up.
Directly away.
Yeah, so they're going to be going into the big trees.
Yep.
3 inches because it's terrain and the provincials. They don't do a morale test, do they, for that? No.
No.
And I'll move yours up 5 inches. They're in the middle of the road. They've come out the other side, look.
They have. Well, they've had enough of the foxholes. They're coming out to kill. What are you going to do with yours, Alec?
Sorry, is that for me?
It's your turn for your guys now.
I'm just going to reload.
So just down here, you're just going to reload once, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously you've got Alice skulking down here.
Yeah, she's nice and safe at the moment.
So that was the French turn. Now it's the Spanish turn.
That was Spanish turn.
So now it's the French turn.
Now it's French turn.
Okay.
How many cards we got? Oh, okay.
One pip, and it's a militia. So the Spanish militia come up. So you get another pip. So you're up to 2 now.
Okay.
But obviously it's your 2 militia units down here, Jono.
All right. They're both going to move towards the French quickly as they can towards that one remaining French unit on the road. So angling that way. Thank you.
This is in between, no doubt. Okay, so now it is the Spanish turn. Spanish, you've got 3 command pips for your information.
Oh, yeah. Can we give them a volley?
Yeah, I think we should.
We'll give them a volley.
So which ones are you shooting with?
That one.
This group here. Obviously it has to be because they're the ones that,
Yeah.
and they're all in arc because you made sure they were.
Yeah.
So that's going to cost you 2.
3, isn't it? With the 8 of them?
Yeah.
It's free.
Free.
So it's all gone. All 8 are in arc. So you've got 8 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0s and 1s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
I still have to do a test though.
Yeah.
Good point.
Test.
Try and get a 0 here, please.
2.
Ooh.
Haven't taken no casualties and then roll a stupid 2. Well, there's an officer nearby and it is a unit of 6, isn't it? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Formed up 6, 7.
7.
-2 for being shot at by formed units. So it's down to 5. Trained unit is recoil or shaken. I'll do shaken.
Strange.
It might take recoil there.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, well, I want to stay there. I want to be able to do volley fire back in a minute.
Yeah. Logical. Right. So they spent the pips. The Spanish did in their turn. So now it's the French turn.
French card, yeah.
And it's French regulars.
Again.
Oh, spare of the nice.
So I'll test to see whether I do rally and do another thing or just rally. So I need basically
Roll now.
5+.
1.
Okay. So I can rally, but I don't do anything else.
You take the shaken marker off.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dom.
Oh, I'm going to charge the Catalonians, mate.
Oh, that's just gratuitous. What have they done to you?
Well, you told me they were your favourite units. So
Right. Okay. Well, obviously they're going to skirt along the edge of the terrain. So we've got to
do they not just run off the table?
I don't know. You tell me.
Nah.
What do they do, Alec? Do they run off the table? Or
What they do is if they hit the table, they have to go along it, but you roll to see whether they stay on the table or not, each figure.
So do we do the hits first before we move them, and then do we do that roll?
2s and 3s, not 1s, 2s and 3s, yeah.
So we've got 1 officer and 2 foot soldiers. So the white is the officer. It's a white 3. So you've just lost your officer. The Catalonian officer is gone.
helped off back to Madrid?
Yeah. Barcelona.
No, Barcelona, isn't it? Yeah.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
And the 2 guys, when they hit the table edge, what do I need to roll for those, Alex?
What's that? Well, I think you've rolled for them.
In the fleet, does that count in there? Does it? You don't roll twice, I assume.
if a unit cannot resolve this entire flight movement, roll a dice for each figure, and for each result that is below the rally value, as indicated on the reaction table, it remove the figure. Because, so in other words, if it's the table's in the way, it's got to roll to see whether it stays on or not. So
roll your bones then.
Since that unit is it's a recruit unit, so if it rolls below, which result? Yeah, that is below. So 0 to 5 is they go.
You've got to roll for 2 dice.
For the 2 of them. Yeah.
A 3 and a 7.
So
one more dice.
Dice, yeah.
Oh, Pedro's on his own then.
Well, Pedro is C.
See, he's going 5 inches though. Yeah, he's still flighting. So you've got a unit of provincials fleeing over there. And you've got a unit of Catalonians fleeing as well. Bizarre. They're actually winding up the entire flank at one unit.
Yeah.
MVP.
So far, we'll come back and help out on the other flank now. Alex.
Right, so that was regulars, wasn't it? So now it's the Spanish turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Correct. Spanish turn, and it's the provincials, which is the, well, yes, it's the guy in the woods who's running away, and so we're going to do that first, then, shall we?
Yeah, go on.
Do it first. So 0.
Who's gone?
Night.
He ain't going to recover from that.
He's not, is he? We've got the provincials in the
a bit, Graham. That's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
The provincials on the road, but they are doubly unloaded.
How far are we away from the other unit?
You are, from his unit there, you are 8.5 inches away.
I can move 6 inches, can't I?
You can.
I can move 6 inches.
Yeah, smoke off. Unloaded, fixing bayonets. With your fire markers trailing behind you.
So I'm about 4 inches from him now?
You are about 3.5.
Okay.
And you've got these guys at the back here.
How far are they away from that back of that unit?
From this unit here?
Yeah.
Well, they're 16 inches away, and they are about 13 inches away from the dreaded dismounted civilians.
Wheel towards the dragoons.
And you've got your big man as well. He's a provincial as well.
Yeah, we'll wheel the others towards the dragoons.
4 inches, like that. And
the big man, he
can get in between both, just
you put him between both then. Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
He's 6 inches there, literally, and yeah, just like there. He's in between both. So, French turn.
Alec.
Yeah.
You've got 2 pips.
Do you mind if I take the 2 pips to get my dragoons back in the wood?
Okay.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm going to get volley this go, and then I can try and get on the flank of those provincials.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank
I
you.
assume you'd want them to come this way, Don.
That's it, please. Yeah. So I'm out of that provincials firing cone.
Yeah, I got you.
5 inches or whatever I can do.
Yeah, 5 inches. They should be on their way to Paris to get a medal.
Well, I really wanted to get that last Catalonian, but I think I'll leave him.
That's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So you spent the pips. So now it's the Spanish turn. And it's the Spanish have got the provincials.
That was a good thing we did it.
It was a good thing. Mind you, he's unloaded anyway, to be fair, Don.
I'm going to charge.
True.
Good work.
So
Charge.
you're going to charge here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fisticuffs.
Go on, Alec. You can beat him. You're better quality.
Do we do that first, or do we move the others as well?
I think you've got to do them one at a time, I think.
Okay. Right, there we go.
Right, so we have a melee. We do Dom's going in first because he's well, they're simultaneous, aren't they?
Yeah, simultaneous, but you might as well do Neil's first.
3.
So you don't get advantage for charging in terms of the factors.
You've got an officer there, Dom. Does he join your combat?
Yeah, definitely does, doesn't he?
So he's going to join the group as well.
Sorry, that's Alec's troops. I'm taking over.
It's all right. It doesn't matter whose officer he is. If he's an officer within 3 inches of an enemy charging, he can join in.
He's joining in on his horse as well.
Joining in on his horse.
Here we go. So
Neil's on 7s, I think.
7s, and you've got 8 dice. Here we go. 2.
Okay, and I save on 5s.
5s.
5 plus. A 4 and a 3. You lost 2. That's bizarre dice, aren't they? Eh?
A 4 and a 3.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So you fight back with 8 dice.
The officer is on different stats. He's on. He would be on a 5, but he gets +1 because he's got a sword on horseback.
Okay, well I'll do him separately then. Oh no, so white dice.
And the infantry are 6s.
So I'll do the infantry and I'll roll the white dice in amongst them. 6 is needed. 5 out. Oh my lord. Wow. 6s, did you say, Dom?
6s, yeah. For 8 dice, yeah.
You got 6 hits.
Wow.
Plus the officer rolled a 6.
Wow.
That's 7 hits.
7 hits in total. Bloody hell.
7 hits.
7, and they save on. Oh, provincial.
4 plus, it says here. 5 plus. 5
plus. 5 plus.
5 plus.
Those are 5s. 5s and over.
Oh my lord. I'm glad you can see this, guys.
6 dead.
6 dead.
Blimey.
Occupied. Stopped him reloading.
So
Well done.
that's very good. So this is going to be an interesting morale test, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is.
the defenders test
Not
first.
going to just about stay there, I reckon.
Yeah, so Alec has to test first, though.
You received the
Yeah.
charge.
The defender.
Good point.
So
0.
But he is to the form body.
7 for Alex.
7. Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty good, isn't it?
No, you'll be fine.
Officer 8,
8.
formed up 10. Lost 2 there, didn't you? So you're down to 8. 8 by
That'll be fine.
Yeah, fine. No effect.
no effect. And more critically, for the single 2 guys,
4.
7. Consistent.
Well, okay, but it has lost a huge amount of figures. It lost 6, didn't it? So it's down
6.
He's below 3 figures, or 7 or 3 or less, so he's down 3.
Yeah.
He lost, how many did he lose in combat? 6.
6.
It's down
That's
9.
another -6.
Yeah, it's gone, isn't it?
It's
They're
gone.
Like that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. That's a brutal
You got
hand-to-hand combat, that was.
And with your militia.
So that was the first group, and
Which one was that was?
that was here. So that was the melee here, and this unit has just been vaporised. They charged in,
Right.
vaporised.
So, right,
And
you're going to move forward, but wheeling slightly towards the dragoons.
yeah, you're still unloaded there, Neil.
That's all right. We don't need to load.
We don't need.
We're relying on the militia.
You don't need bullets, you just go in and throw your bodies at the French.
We do, yeah. We rely on the militia. We rely on the militia.
All right. Yeah.
Your
No
card
problem.
next, Jonathan. Have you got?
Down to me.
Yeah, it's down to you.
Bloody hell. That was brutal hand to hand, that was.
It was quite brutal. So that was the Spanish turn, wasn't it?
It was.
So now it's the French turn, and we got Spanish irregulars.
Ooh,
So the French get a pip.
the Gorillas.
Gorillas. Are they going to come out?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Look.
Where are they?
There.
Skulking in the swamp.
Can they
Rolling
shoot
in the mud.
I'm bloody miles away. Sorry, excuse French. We're heading out of the swamp towards.
You've only got to get one.
You want me to shoot? All right, I'll shoot.
Well, you're never going to actually get into combat, are you?
No. All right, we'll shoot. Great. It's 9s.
9. So you've got.
I'm over a foot, aren't I?
Oh yes, you are. Yeah, easily. You are about 16, 17, 18 inches. You've got 5 and an officer. So it's 5 shooting, isn't it?
Cool.
They hit on 7s. It's long range, but they are firing at a formation.
Oh, 8.
8.
Very nice.
There you go.
3, 1, 3, 5, 1. That's for your benefit, Dom, because you can't see this.
Jesus
Right.
Christ almighty, mate. You're dicing. You need to get the tower out again.
I don't know. From whose perspective is it bad, really, Dom? He's
It-
pretty good.
well,
at
you're-
it.
It's just unbelievably low rolls a lot of the time, isn't it?
Do the
Wow.
1 to 10 dice go through your tower, Graham?
They might do.
That's stuff.
Right. Moving on. Oh, hello. And that was the Spanish turn, and this is the French turn, and it's a morale on the French turn.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
All right.
The only person it might affect would be.
Hang on, that was Spanish term, wasn't it?
Yeah. So this is the French turn,
And your bar.
and you've got a morale on yourself.
Well,
I thought
luckily,
it was a
we've got
Spanish
nothing
card.
to
Okay.
do with this,
All
have
right,
we?
so it doesn't affect, does it?
No, it's not a Spanish card. It's the French card. It's blue.
No, I thought it was the Spanish turned it over. That's what I meant.
I have a bar. I'll wait for
Now,
that.
Spanish turn. Spanish turn.
All right. Okay.
Irregulars. So that would be the gorillas again.
Really?
Who was that?
The gorillas.
Oh, again, reloaded. Whoa.
Reload, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's the French turn. Avanti.
Yay!
Okay, wow. That means only an officer within 6 inches of a unit can give it an order.
Well, we've got an officer each now, so we're all fine.
Okay, so I'm going to get my guys to reload.
Yeah. I'll do the same, Ray.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
the final card in the deck, we went the entire deck, was the 3rd clock card. So that was 2 turns.
Okay.
And the time is now, gentlemen, 10:05, so we have 15 minutes left. Just pointing that out.
Well, it's not going to take long to get rid of the militia, so.
You're
There's 2 main
confident.
units left on the table are bloomin' militia.
I told
No.
you they're good. And the gorillas as well.
Can't believe that.
Going to say, you can't talk, Alec. You've lost 3 units already, mate. You're working through mine now.
He's got the death touch, hasn't he? Right. So now that was. So who got the clock card? That was French. So it's still French turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
French card.
one flag on clock. Sorry. Provincial. So the French get a second command, but it's the provincials that are moving, and that would be basically these guys here. And your
Well,
big man.
reload this time.
You reload. Okay, take that off.
And the officer will join them.
Nice idea. So now it's the.
How many pips we got now? Well,
You've got 2. It's now the
Spanish turn.
Spanish
French
turn.
go.
Spanish
Oh,
turn.
Spanish turn.
Spanish turn, because you just got a pip for that. You just got a pip for that, Dom.
Yeah.
So now it's the Spanish go. and it is a morale card. So the Spanish get a pip for that.
Mhm.
But they haven't got any small units, so it doesn't affect anything, does it?
No, but they do get.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's the French turn.
Before you do that,
Yeah, you've got 2 pips.
can I fire with my skirmishers, Alex?
Don't you want to move your skirmishers out of the way of that volley fire, Dom?
Well, I'm just thinking if I fire at them and I can break their morale.
That's true. Go on then, go for it, mate.
It's a chance, isn't it? Let's give it a go.
Go.
So you are firing there to there.
Yeah.
And that is under 12 inches. It's about 7, 8, 9-ish inches. You've got 5 soldiers firing.
How far's a pistol range? Because the Voltiger officer's got a pistol.
What's your range? Good question.
Getting desperate now, isn't it?
8 inches.
I need every shot I can get, mate.
8 inches. I will measure it for you. He's out of range, mate.
Ah, bugger.
By an inch.
All right, 5 plus then.
5 plus.
You're right, love.
I don't. Yeah, so I don't get anything because you're formed up because we're in close range. Yeah.
2.
5 plus.
2 hits.
4 plus then for kills.
8 and an 8. Kill 2.
Kill 2. So we'll have a test on that.
Doing, Dom.
Yeah, I thought so. I just thought the morale's a bit brittle, isn't it? So.
The whole Spanish army is brittle. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So he killed
2.
2 on the provincials over there. So now we have a morale test by these guys here because they've taken casualties. Just roll a dice. And I rolled a. What is that? That's a 6. 6 for the provincials. That's an interesting roll. It's not high and it's not low, is it? Officer there.
Officer 7.
Figures formed
6
up.
figures.
Formed up.
8,
9.
9, 10.
5 takes us to. Unit is formed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just recruit.
Plus 4 takes us to 10. That's it.
That's it, fine.
No effect. Okay.
That was too good a roll.
It was actually. So it's now the Spanish turn. You've got 1 pip, and the Spanish have got the provincials. So you can now reply.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Sorry, Alec. It was worth.
Right.
We should have.
Crucial.
Pulled that one.
Or volley?
You're going to volley fire them? They're all in arc.
Jonathan, volley fire?
Yeah, go on.
Volley fire then.
2 fire markers.
It's worth a volley just because of
Bit of smoke.
the morale check alone.
I'll take anyway.
Let's see what happens, shall we? So they're all in arc. So you've got the officer.
But keep one as a separate the officer. Yeah.
Yeah, roll the officer separately. You might get hit. You might have to do a morale test.
They're all in arc. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the white. 1, 2, 3.
Have I got 5 in the unit or 6 standing?
They're all in arc, and he's got 5 troopers and
It's
1
my
officer.
troops, Neil. It's not yours.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
Now.
Okay, so it's 0s and 1s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there is 1 casualty on 1 trooper dead.
Okay.
So that's a morale test, isn't it?
It is.
Rolling the dice. Rolled a 2.
You've got one down.
Bloody
It should be
hell.
the officer really doing that first. That should be the officer.
Sorry?
That's the officer. You've got to roll for the officer first because if he runs
But he's
away,
with the unit, isn't he, Alec?
no, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the two is for the officer, and then you roll for. So the 2 is for the officer.
Because he might run
So
away.
he's a 3. He gets 3 for that.
That's it.
And then he loses 2, so he's on 1. So he's flying.
He's fleeting.
He's fleeting.
In away 5 inches over there. And now we roll for the
For the squad itself.
troopers. Oh, in the 6.
So there's 6 figures. No, they're not, are they?
There's 4 figures.
Yeah.
No.
That's
it.
They're scouts in cover. Do they get that for it?
Yes, all the figures.
No,
benefited
it's natives.
solid cover.
No, it's not solid though, is it?
They're not natives.
So they're just down to a 4 then, aren't they? Because it's the officer's not. Oh, the officer's still in range though, isn't he? So that gets it up to a 5.
Does the officer count, Alec?
If he's within 6 inches, he counts.
He was because he moved 5 inches away, so he must be.
Yeah.
Must be.
So we're on a 5, yeah, which is recoil or shake. Do you know what? I might recoil there.
So you move back to where the officer is then?
Yeah, basically.
Marker. Okay.
So I don't need to rally from that, do I? So you can take the smoke off now, Graham.
That's true, yeah. Cool.
Now can't be seen, probably. Just a benefit.
Right. Okay. So next card is that was the provincials, and that was on. So now it's the French turn.
Yeah.
And that is irregulars. So that is the guerrillas.
Okay.
We get a chip for that, don't we?
Oh, they're going to fire again, I think.
Jonathan, I'm going to have to leave you in charge. The Sainsbury's man is just about to arrive.
Right. No worries, mate.
So if you're still counting the dead when I'm finished with him, I'll come and see.
No worries.
Okay.
Good luck.
Cheers, Neil.
Thanks a lot,
Cheers,
Neil.
Neil.
No, thanks, Graham.
Cheers. Cheers, Neil.
So provided we're within 24, yeah,
You are 18, 19, 20.
we'll fire again.
So you've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needing 8. 3, 3, 2, 6, 0. Nothing.
All right. Thanks.
And now it is the Spanish turn. You've only got 1 pip, the French, by the way. And it is a regular. So the Spanish get another pip.
They do.
But it's the French that go.
Yeah.
You start, Alec. What do you want to do?
I'm going to turn to face the militia.
Like that.
So, yeah, I want to be able to shoot at them in a minute. I want to line them up so if they're 16-inch range, can hit both units. Is that possible?
Both units.
Shoot. I just want to make sure when they turn,
You're not going to get the ones behind.
they're not within 16.
Can you move forward slightly to do that, Gray?
To try and catch this unit here.
Yeah. How far is that for your rear unit away from my unit?
It's not that the distance. The problem is that this is a 10-man unit, and
Doesn't matter.
you've got to go all the way up
Go
here.
straight through them all.
Oh, does it? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I beg your
So I want
pardon.
to move them up a little bit so we're all within 16 inches.
Oh, they're within 16 inches now already, Alex.
And the rear unit is as well.
Yes, they are.
All of them.
Well, there's a couple of bits. Yeah.
They are now, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise you could shoot through one unit into another.
Yeah, it goes through everything basically,
Ooh, that's nasty.
like a knife through butter.
You're nasty.
Regulars and
I better rally the Voltiger officer then, I suppose, because
he's
he was
flighting.
fleeing, wasn't
A bit of roll for him.
he? Yeah.
What then?
5.
They weren't shaken anyway, were they?
No, the
No, it's
Voltiger
the
officer,
officer, mate.
he was fleeting.
Oh, cool.
So he gets +1 because he's an officer, 6.
6.
So that's fine. He rallies.
Yeah.
He's off he comes.
So,
What are you
which
gonna
case,
do?
can I just? I'll reload those Voltigers, please.
Yep.
That'll be fine.
So he just rallied him, and he's reload these guys here. Okay. So this is now the French turn. You've got 1 pip, and it is the guerrillas. So you get another pip, so you're on 2, but now it's your guerrillas, Jono.
Right. Reload.
Okay.
Yeah. Next turn.
So now it is the Spanish turn.
Can we take the? Oh, hang on.
Yeah. have
Oh,
we got-
so sorry.
Yeah, you got
right.
you got a pip, didn't you?
What's
It's
the
the,
Spanish
it's, the,
turn?
it's the Spanish turn,
Yeah, Spanish turn.
and they've got forward boys.
Ah. Okay.
That's handy for them.
Right. The provincials up at the top. We'll start with them. Have they? They've got an officer with them, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got the man
Yeah.
on horse. They've got 2
Okay.
fire markers as well. Sorry.
Okay. They will move as quickly as they can towards the woods as quickly as they can.
Is there 4 inches can, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they can do a bit more than 4, then perfect. But if they can't, 4 will do it.
That will be incredibly fast. Okay, so
And
down
then
here, you've got
with the
your...
militia, the front lot of the militia, if they were to move forward 4, would that take them, or some of them outside, if they just move straight forward 4?
You mean like that?
Yes. Would that take them outside, or most of them outside the arc?
The arc will be there, will be to there.
Get some of them out.
You might get 1 or 2 in arc still.
You
could incline like that, and you might do it.
Yeah, we'll incline a bit like that. We'll roll forward 4 and incline just a little bit away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your big man, obviously, you want him in between. And you've got your guerrillas, who you've now blocked by doing that.
Yeah.
You can't shoot them. Unless they can shoot these guys in the woods over here, but that might be...
They'll move through the marsh.
They'll just keep moving 3 inches.
It's a shame I wanted to farm both of those units. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, that would have been a lovely shot as well, wouldn't it? You lined that up beautifully, but the cards just didn't.
Right, moving on, gentlemen. That was the Spanish Avante, so it's French turn, and it's militia.
Okay.
So the Spanish get another pip, so they're now on 3.
The French get a pip, not the Spanish.
So that front lot of militia.
No, it's a French turn, Dom. And it's a red card.
But it's a red card, so we
so
you get a pip.
That's
what I just said.
You said
Yeah,
Spanish.
that's what you just said.
The Spanish turn, they get a pip. Anyway, carry on.
Misheard.
You know the militia, can they fire, or have they got to, even though they're not volley firing?
These guys here, can they fire? From there to there?
I don't know.
They can.
Alex, the expert on that.
Yeah.
I would say the front ones definitely can't, but I'm not sure about the back ones.
I mean, in arc, just in pure line of sight, he can see him, he can see him, he can see him. They can all see the corner guy.
They can, if they can see any part of my unit, they can fire on it.
They can.
Other than that, they're not in formation, so they've got quite a wide arc of fire.
Yeah.
They don't have
So
to
they
fire.
can fire at those.
They can fire an angle.
Yeah, that's what we'll do then. The back lot will fire.
So it's fire. I don't know what
We start on 7s. It's not volley fire, so it's only 1 fire marker.
Oh, it's only 1 fire. Thank you, Jono. So
is it long range?
Yeah. So it's going to be 8 because I'm firing.
So it's going to be
12.
It's going to be 8s to hit. Yeah.
It'll be 9. I know 8. You're right. 8s.
1 for the first 5. 1 in total.
And then you do
6 plus.
If it's over 12 inches, it's 6 plus.
Nothing. 1.
Right. And then the front lot are going to sort of angle round and head towards, head towards the French, but staying outside their volley arc. So the French will have to move if they want to shoot at them.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the militia red. So now it is the French turn, isn't it?
Alec, do you want to use the tokens and fire on him?
You have 3
as a
tokens.
normal shot.
Yeah, go for it. Just we're running out of time anyway.
Yeah,
Whoa, gentlemen! I have to point out it's 22 minutes past 10. We've lapsed by 2 minutes.
Oh.
Okay.
The game is over.
Okay.
Game
So-
is over.
So there it is. Pan back.
Don't you have a great big dong you can ding for that point?
Yeah, I should have put it on my phone, shouldn't I? So effectively, Alice has been taken, and she's
Safe.
Alex is
In the wood.
taken him in the
In
woods.
the woods with her.
Alex in the wood with Alice. That's not
Yeah,
good.
Naughty Alice.
I'm not convinced about that.
I think there'll be some kind of order about that.
Yeah.
I would say the losses on the French are quite high. They've lost
No
over
shit,
50.
Sherlock.
They've lost over 50% of their army. Whereas I don't know. I'm just looking at the
Spanish
Spanish.
have lost about half of theirs too.
Well, no, listen. They started with 66, so they've got 5, 6, 16, 17, 23. The Spanish have actually lost over 50% of their army. Believe it or not, they've lost even more. So the French have lost 32, 6, 11. You've lost nearly 60, 70%. The French have lost more in percentage of their army, or points wise, but ultimately they got the objective.
Yeah.
So the Camembert moment.
Easy moment.
Is the Camembert moment was for the French. So there it is, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Graham.
Feedback,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
well done. Great.
Scenario good.
It's in-
Yeah.
I think it was pretty tough for the Spanish, to be honest. I mean, they had every card going for them for a long period in that, and it still was very tough for the Spanish.
Well, also the Spanish, as pointed out, they were 15 points down. They could have had another unit of guerrillas quite easily.
Could another.
I could have put another.
I think
but I was just worried.
My
that
only
you-
slight criticism of this version of the rules, and it's only a slight one, and I moaned about it earlier, and I don't mean to moan, but I just think the fact that you've got 3 times as many cards in the pack because of the variety of troops is quite difficult, especially when you're sitting waiting for your turn.
I would say.
But they still only move in a turn. They still only move the same amount as the French do. Because every time we were turning up a French card to move, all of our units could move, and you could do that 4 times in a turn.
I suppose that would have been more telling if we hadn't have lost half of our units in the first 2 turns. So.
Well, absolutely.
But yeah.
I mean, also,
Yeah.
as Alex says, you've got
Maybe
4
that's true.
4 regular cards, whereas the provincials have 3.
Yes.
You know, they don't. The only things that have 4 are the regulars. So you
It
were
just
moving.
felt for long periods we weren't doing anything.
Yeah, there was. To be honest, there was a sequence of cards that were unkind to the French. You know, when it was your turn, you were turning up a red card, and so you were just getting a pip. And that happened, I reckon, 2 or 3 times on the bounce. And as you say, you were doing nothing. But that was just the cards, Tom. That wasn't.
Yeah, no, I know. And actually, as I say, I mean, I think it was really, even with that going for us, the fact it was, you know, that first charge from Alec was just
Shockingly bad.
very unlucky. God knows how that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Even the second one wasn't particularly
We only killed
amazing.
that second charge. You only killed 1 guerrilla,
Only killed 1 guerilla, I know.
but it was enough to
only
take Alice.
their morale that broke. So I think, you know, that, and then you look at it and think, well, actually, if that had been a one-sided combat the first round, then it would have been even harder for the Spanish. And with all the cards coming the way they did for them, they still could really get close to getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Good fun though. I thought the rules in general played well. So
Yeah.
Final thing, feedback. Obviously, some of you could see the dice tray, and obviously you couldn't, Don, for some bizarre reason.
I don't know why.
Don't know, but the rest of the guys could, which was strange. So obviously, it's nice to be able to see. I know you were moaning that you're not rolling the dice, but
I
I
the fact that you can
genuinely
see,
don't like not rolling the dice.
Yeah.
That is one thing in both the games so far I've not enjoyed at all.
yeah, that's just.
I'd much rather have my own.
But at least
dice
if
roll.
you could see them being rolled, it might not be quite so painful.
No, it wouldn't make any difference.
No.
It's that feeling of the fact you roll the bad dice, your dice roll. That's the bit for me. But that maybe I'm out of date on that. But that's my feeling. I hate not seeing the dice.
That's
not being able to do it myself.
Visually, did it work? Apart from that, you could see everything that was on the table.
Yeah.
No issues at all.
That worked well.
Absolutely.
And the camera worked well.
It was
and actually, the table size was pretty good as well, wasn't it? Because everything got into combat. That was all good.
Well, that was why I wanted the scenario to start tight and close. And in that very first round, you had a melee. And rather than spending, 20 minutes pushing up into where you want them, you were at it straight away, which is what I was after.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm back. I thought we went well, Graham.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Well done. Good play. Well,
Commands makes it. It makes the French command control different to the Spanish, so they need to just play to the strength of that.
Yeah. The most powerful thing actually in that whole deck of cards was the forward boys when the Spanish got it, because they had 4 or 5 big men. And that was the most powerful thing the Spanish could do. Other than that...
well, the Spanish were down sort of a couple of... Because they were down, how many points? 17? No.
17, yeah.
To begin with. And then you added an extra officer.
Yeah, so I put an extra officer in. So how much is that French officer? Let's have a look at that. What's a French officer?
Yeah, I mean, I think we weren't expecting to keep the other officer, so I think we were just thinking that Alex should have had an officer with him, but not the other one stayed behind. So,
to be honest, so yes, a French officer would have been 24 plus 17. So the Spanish were actually 40 points down.
No, a militia unit.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
They were 40 points down. So
2 more lots of guerrillas.
Another unit of militia.
Never had too many ugly guerrillas.
Gorillas in the marsh.
I've got plenty of gorillas, don't you worry. I could fill that table full of gorillas. Dom knows that.
I know, they're bastards, they are.
I love them. Right, gentlemen, I'm going to go and have my glass of wine now. I think I've earned it.
Well played, Neil. Good job.
Thank you very much, Graham.
Graham, even.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right, take care, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, so having now sat back and watched that again and edited that, that is a great example of a club night game. A lot of fun, a lot of banter, a lot of noise. And I believe everybody enjoyed it. Obviously, Muskets and Tomahawks version 2 is designed to be played with 3 cards in your hand, and we couldn't do that. So Alex's new way of playing it works well for a virtual game, and that's what we have to do. Also, the lists aren't out for the Napoleonic, so again we had to work with what we could do, and it gave a good game. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like it, and hopefully we'll see you again. And always, give feedback in the comments. Everything is appreciated.